Hello everybody and welcome back to another Arlington real estate video. I'm your host Matt Leighton, and in this week's video we're taking a look at the Park at Courthouse condominiums. Now, because of the location and the buildings surround it, the buildings, they all look like they could be one community. Not the case, they're all separate. Across the street from Park at Courthouse, you have Vista on Courthouse, really nice townhouse and apartment community. And then right next door to Park at Courthouse, you have the Frederick, which is a completely separate entity, and we'll get into that. But in this week's video, we're focusing on Park at Courthouse. Let's get started. Park at Courthouse is located at the end of Fairfax Drive, and the address is 2220 Fairfax Drive. The community was built in 2007, and it has 99 residences on 9 stories. Amenities at Park at Courthouse include a fitness center, a conference room, a business center, and on-site management. So 2007, that's pretty new, but I don't think it gets as much attention as some of the other condos in the same neighborhood that were built around the same time. And I think what it comes down to is location-based bias, whereas some of the other condos that are right on Wilson Boulevard or right on Clarendon, you maybe hear more about, condos like 1800 Wilson, even the Odyssey, whereas Park at Courthouse, location's still convenient, but since it's tucked away a little bit, and since the exterior kind of just blends in with the rest of the buildings around, it doesn't get as much attention as some of the other condos in the area. The community is made up of 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms with 2 bathrooms, and the larger 2-bed and den that actually have 2.5 bathrooms. Now, some of the better units are actually on the back side of the building. Once you go up a little bit higher, maybe on the 8th floor, maybe even the penthouse level, these floors and a little bit below, you only have garden-style buildings back there, so you get a nice view over Route 50. I know what you're saying, why would you want a view over the highway? But I think it's kind of cool to watch the cars go by, and you're so much taller than the cars, and they're all small, and it's kind of enchanting to watch them go by. And am I the only one that feels that way? Is that okay? Whatever. Well, either way, let's take a look at some floor plans. Some common elements that we'll see in floor plans at Park at Courthouse are hardwood floors, gourmet kitchens, fireplaces, lots of windows, and adequately sized floor plans. 1 bedrooms, one of which you see right here, will start around 700 square feet and go up to almost 900 square feet. These floor plans and features should meet or exceed your expectations. Remember, these condos are only about 10 years old, so you should like the quality of the finishes that you find at Park at Courthouse. The 2-bed, 2 baths are also going to be a sufficient size, but I want to focus on the 2-bed and den layouts that range from 1,400 to 1,600 square feet. These layouts feel a lot larger because of the way that the floor plan is situated. Kitchens are open, and even though some of the living rooms may have layouts that are more angular, I'm in the camp that you're still going to be able to figure out where to put your dining room table and where to set up your living room, even though it's not one big rectangle. Many of these layouts come with balconies as well. You'll also find actual laundry rooms inside the units at Park at Courthouse instead of just a washer and dryer closet, which is an added bonus. One downside of the 2 and den layout is that you may have to walk through the den in order to reach the master bedroom. The den kind of feels like it's just an extension of the bedroom instead of its own space, so be on the lookout for that. Park at Courthouse has modern units walkable to Metro, and since the location is not the greatest, it's good. I mean, the location it's okay, like it's good, but since it's not the greatest, the price will reflect that. So if you're looking for something new, something newish, and you want to save a few dollars, and I mean, let's make no mistake about it, these are luxury condominiums, but they're not priced at the highest end of the market. So if you want to save like a few dollars, Park at Courthouse may be up your alley. All right, with that being said, it's time to take a look at the top 3 things you need to know about living at Park at Courthouse. Number 1 is the Frederick. So the building that I mentioned at the very start of this video is actually an affordable housing community that is located right next to Park at Courthouse. Now, if you're confused about affordable housing, or if you don't know what it is, basically it's when an apartment is only available for an individual that makes a sliver, a fraction, a certain percent of the median income in the area. So it's basically an income cap for residents in that in that area. And I don't want to turn this political. That's not why I brought it up. I brought it up because it's literally attached to Park at Courthouse. It's a neighbor. It's an extremely relevant thing to talk about. And you know, I've worked with a lot of renters and a lot of buyers in the last couple of years, and a couple of them have told me, you know, that they don't want to live in a community that either has affordable housing or that is located near affordable housing. One example of this would be the Hartford and Clarendon, right? Because right next door is V Point, which has some affordable housing units. So some buyers and renters have told me that they don't want me to take them to places that have affordable housing. They've told me they don't want to live near that. I've yet to meet a client, a person that has told me that they do want to live near an affordable housing community. Again, not trying to be political here. I'm not trying to get at that angle. I'm just saying if the people that I'm working with that are purchasing condos and that are renting condos, if they're telling me that they don't want to live in this type of community or in this vicinity, and no one is telling me otherwise, then I'm gonna take that as that's gonna hurt the value at Park at Courthouse. Again, not trying to be political here. I know someone is going to infer something that I just said and, you know, try to be a hero down in the comments section. That's not what this is about. This is about the market telling me what's going on, and I'm going to tell you that news. So I hope you found that helpful. Number 2 is longer days on market. For whatever reason, condos at Park at Courthouse tend to stay on the market for significantly longer than other similar communities in the area. For example, in 2015, 7 condos sold, average days on market 60. That's like an eternity in the Arlington condo market, and that doesn't even factor in 3 additional properties that came on the market, were on the market for over 100 days and then taken off because they were not sold. So really strange stuff going on. Part of the reason I think this is happening, well, one very small reason is I think a lot of 2-bed and den layouts came on in 2015. Those larger units are a little bit harder to price, and the value is harder to gauge at that price point. However, I think the main reason is that owners are still trying to stretch the value of their unit, of their building, and the market is just trying to catch up to that, but is lagging behind a little bit. So I think in the next couple years, what we're going to see is that the market is going to correct itself and those prices are going to come back down, which is going to lead to less days on the market. Number 3 is walk to Clarendon. In this location, it may not seem readily apparent, but you're actually only a 7-minute walk away from the Whole Foods in Clarendon. You're actually closer to that Whole Foods than the Phoenix condominium, a condominium in Clarendon is. Believe it or not, look it up. It's true. So although it may seem like you're living in Courthouse, which you are, Clarendon is right there. This isn't a case of, you know, Lion Hill in Clarendon where it's actually 15 minutes or 20-minute walk away. It's not like Hyde Park in Ballston where, you know, you're kind of in Ballston, but then again, you know, you got the grocery store, but then again, you got to walk everywhere. Park at Courthouse, you're in Courthouse, you're adjacent, you're next to, you're in Courthouse, but then you have Clarendon right there, which is awesome. So there you have it, the top 3 things you need to know about living at Park at Courthouse. Just to recap, number 1, the Frederick. Number 2 is longer days on market. And number 3 is walk to Clarendon. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, create a productive day. Take care.